Thank you. Now we are moving to the next step of officially launching the NRIMS, and I think this is a significant step towards advancement of research and innovation in this country. And I would like to encourage the members at least to make sure that they test this platform, use it to the best, the optimal level available, and actually in future we shall be upgrading this system further.
Yes, and thank you all. We hope to start using the system today.
With the powers entrusted to me, I hereby roll out the NRIMS platform to support high-level scientific and ethical review of research protocols and improve the efficiency of the national research regulatory framework, thereby making Uganda more competitive place for conduct of research. Thank you. And really, why this guideline is so essential is that you are trying to understand a disease, and with very little reliable information also coming globally, but also at the same time, you need to conduct research.
As many of you know, there are very many important things that happen during epidemics and pandemics, but one of the vital aspects is the conducting of research to enable guidance of the response. The whole world and the whole country, Uganda, have been awash with questions. What do we do? Should we close schools? Should we open churches? Should we close markets? Should we use vaccines? Should we get herd immunity? The world is asking for solutions. And the only way to get these solutions is to research. And so it became very pertinent during the lockdown that it was necessary to conduct research and to allow research to continue despite the presence of the difficulties and issues around the pandemic. It became vital, therefore, for the national regulators, that is UNRO, UNCST, and NBA, to come together and formulate a short guidance document on how can we do it, how can research be done, how can the pre-existing guidelines be utilized, the pre-existing frameworks, and what needs to be modified so that research can continue, so that we can be able to inform the pandemic and inform the responses. And so today we are glad that we have the document and that people are going to use it. I know many times people have said Uganda is very good at making documents, but in the research world, we are good at making documents and implementing them. That's a plus for Uganda. And so I see the birth of the new document that is already being used, that is going to be used and going to be successfully used as research is regulated in this country. And as I close, I want to mention one particular thing, that the main purpose of these guidelines is to ensure that the research participant is protected. As many of you know, COVID has its peculiarities. And these peculiarities can render the research participant more vulnerable than he or she was before. The higher cost of living, the higher cost of transportation, the inconveniences, the curfews, all these can make the research participant very vulnerable. And lots of issues as we've been hearing in the research world, conflict of interest, commercialism, outright fraud. All these make the research participant very vulnerable. And also remember, during pandemics and emergency situations, people are in panic.
What you've been discussing, and they are of great interest to me because I keep telling people that with the kind of infrastructure, the system that we have put in place at the National Council for Science and Technology, it makes Uganda a very attractive destination for research. And because of that, we have to style up and live through the expectations that the stakeholders have of us. So in view of this, I think one of the things that we need to do is to make sure that whatever we do, we should be seen to be facilitating research. So we need to put a very serious value proposition that addresses issues of equity and transparency. So that when I come as a researcher, I know that this rec is transparent. You go to the other rec, you know it's the same thing. So the issue of standardization, I think, is very, very key. I want to encourage you that at an appropriate time, make sure we have this. Because if the systems are different, it doesn't speak very well outside there. So what is this project all about? We want to build sustainable capacity for the Nrims framework, for all the recs. We want to facilitate multi-rec ethical reviews of research, national registration of research, and subsequent monitoring of the approved studies by the research ethics committees in Uganda. And therefore, we want to build capacity. I've already talked about that we are training. We also want to not only train, but we want to make sure that we actually adopt and operationalize the Nrims. And I was very glad that, glad that there is 50% adoption. And we encourage you, please, get this system on board, because the measure of success that this project will be rated against is the adoption. If we can do that to 100%, that would be great. And of course, we're going to monitor, because we want to do some monitoring and see how far the adaptation has gone, and also make sure that we evaluate the economics of what we have done to make sure that it's sustainable. At the end of it all, we want to strive and take UNCST to the next level.
Mango Hospital Rec. Castle Research Ethics Committee. Okay, whoever receives the tablets, please pass by Irene Stable to sign. Okay, School of Health Sciences Rec. Mbale Regional Hospital Rec. Lacho Hospital. Vector Control Division, please move close.